バカ。
バカだな。
鮭。
でも
言うまでもなく。
最強。
So is the blue SSR MAKI better than the green SSR MAKI? Now if you've seen the videos, if you obviously I've done content on it too in terms of where I believe the green MAKI is at, being a fantastic character. Now it begs the question, is the blue one up there? So this is kind of standing where I've got her at, and we do have the translation, so we will go through her just briefly. It looks to be somewhat of a fun unit in terms of utilizing the skills to help one another to gain different types of buffs depending on how you want to go about using this MAKI, which is very interesting. So with the first skill, again, it's all on the melee side of things, of course. So 224 melee damage, it's 3 hitter. Increases ultimate skill gauge charge rate by 35%. That's maxed out, by the way. Mine's at level 8, so we'll do level 8, so 32%. Also, additionally, we get more buffs following the effects when the following status are applied. So cutting knife status will give us the critical rate increase of 50%, and all-out sword, my bad, not fallout. All-out sword status will give us a ultimate skill charge rate increase of 15%. So not only are we getting the 32%, but if we've got this final, if we've got the all-out full sword status applied, then that'll give us the 15%. These statuses are your second skill and your third skill. So now we've got that out of the way, moving over to the second skill, cutting knife. So when you apply cutting knife, we're doing 409% melee damage, increases own taijutsu damage by 32%, increases the damage reduction rate and evasion chance from heavily restriction auto skill by 26%. So this is buffing the skill or the passive, you guys will see in just a second. And this skill will grant you the cutting knife state, right? So if we apply the cutting knife state and use the first skill, then we will get a critical rate increase of 50%. That will then immediately put us into the flying kunai state. And so if we use the second skill, the flying kunai state will give us a taijutsu damage increase of 25%. And then of course all out full sword will give us decreased own damage received by 10%. That's if we have this buff in place. So you guys are starting to see the correlation between the skills. The third skill, all out full sword. There you go. So this one does 553 melee damage, very nice, and this grants you the all out full sword state. Now if you had the flying kunai state activated when then using the third skill, it will fill our ultimate skill gauge up by 110. If I had the cutting knife applied, it will give us a critical hit damage of 50%. So realistically 1 and 3 will be a nice little back and forth to get that ultimate a lot sooner. And then if you want to maximize your crit side of things, then you would have to apply the second skill, get the first skill popped off, and then you would have to apply the second skill again. That will then give you the taijutsu damage of 25%. Then you have the crit rate increase, and then finally you will then have the crit damage. So yeah, you just kind of have to pair them up together, and then yeah, you can then do the final output of the ultimate itself. So deals 133 range taijutsu damage with 949 melee taijutsu damage, and then on the fourth hit it is a guaranteed crit. So you want to maximize as much crit damage output or buff for my oh my god, MAKI. Different character, shiny, and then you can maximize that final hit to do a lot. On top of that, you then fill your ultimate skill gauge by 110, so you can really chase ultimate with this character, which is very, very nice. And then obviously combination, you get a damage out increase of 22%, which is fantastic. When it comes to the auto skills now, so early bird gets the worm, so at the start of each wave you get 10% on your taijutsu increase, as well as a 7% damage received decrease buff, which is nice. Heavily restriction, so at the start of the turn increases own taijutsu damage 1 turn, the fewer the enemies in the wave, the greater the boost. So basically, if you're going against bosses and there's only one boss on the field, you're getting that 30%, and then and 25% for 2, 17.5 for 3, 10% for 4. So the lesser the enemy, the more hard hitting this MAKI will become. And then on top of that, at the start of the battle, recovers 2% of own HP at the start of each turn, reduces own damage received by 8%, and then has a 8% chance to evade enemy attacks, of course. So overall, this MAKI is not bad. This MAKI just on paper is looking pretty good as a just a casual drop, as you could say, as an SSR. But let's get into some gameplay. Alrighty, boys. So let's get things cooking. So I'm putting MAKI in the usual spot as I put any DPS characters in, and right, we're gonna take it nice and easy. So the way that MAKI is working is you want to apply the first skill. So basically you ult rush into to get the minimal buffs, and then at that point you just kind of run with it. So pretty much first skill, flying cooldown state. So now this is giving us that 35% charge rate. So I'll do the buffs actually and get some damage going for the boys. Let's do this, and with utilizing the first skill, you want to immediately go to the third skill, because the third skill will give us well, not only will it do its damage, of course, but because we're in the flying cooldown state, it will give us that 110 on the ultimate skill gauge. So if you look at the bar itself, actually this should just jump completely. Hold on a minute. Boop, look at that, and then boop, back to there. Okay, well, we're there. So that's the plus side. She can ult rush quite nicely. Okay, so we're gonna just do our normal things, do a regular hit. So now that we've got our ultimate at the ready, at some time there have been occasions where I've not got my ultimate. So in this turn, what I would have done is gone to the first skill, and I think I'm gonna commit to doing that because I'm just double checking. Actually, yeah. So in a normal, so yeah, if I didn't have my ultimate here, I would have gone for the first skill, and this would be, so the first skill and the third skill together are like ult rush basically. But because we've got our ultimate, we can actually maximize our what do you call it, damage output. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into my second skill. So because we've got this skill active, by going into this skill, we are going to be getting, okay, so yeah, we're going to be getting a decreased damage received by 10%. Not that it matters, but it's just going to help us out to get our crit up. So there we go. So that's the second skill activated, near enough 500k, very nice. Okay, so now we got that skill activated, I'm going to continue on with the buffs, going to do some AoE defense drop. We're going to go into the first skill, because this will now give us that 50% critical hit rate. Right, I hope I'm doing this right. Oh god, yeah, I am. Okay, so this will give us a 50% critical hit rate. Very nice, perfect. Okay, well, wasn't okay, cool, thanks, appreciate that. Is there any way I can just do a regular camp? I'm hoping this doesn't kill. And so what we'll do is we'll go back into the second skill. So this will give us that 32% on the taijutsu damage increase, and because we're in the flying kunai state, this will also give us a 25% increase in the taijutsu damage. Hopefully this works. Please don't die, please don't die. Damn it! Okay, okay, that's fine. I was not hoping for that. I was trying to set it up beautifully there. I really was. Okay, it's not meant to be. Okay, that's fine though. Okay, we'll do that. We still can do it, so we'll do that now. Okay, so this will give us the taijutsu increase. Nice. Damn. Okay, good damage. I like it. Okay. Jesus. Calm down, everybody. All right. We'll do a regular kick on you. Just drop that there. Heal. Drop that on you. And then, because we've got the cutting knife state inactive, we're going to apply the third skill. And now this will give us that 50% damage increase. Yes. Okay, let's do that. Go. Maximize all those debuffs. There we go. Okay. We got what we needed. So we'll do the buffs. We'll drop the crit. We'll drop that. And so now with MAKI, yeah, she's got everything that she needs. She's got the crit damage. There's that 50%. Okay, cool. And she still has the taijutsu. Yeah, there was it, 32% right there. Okay, very nice. So we've lost the 50% critical hit rate, which is fine. It's not that big of a deal, purely because we know that the final hit that she does is guaranteed crit. So we're getting one big boom out of it. So we're gonna apply the ultimate now. And we're going to go for it. Typically, you wouldn't really need to concern yourself going from the second skill to the first skill for that 50% critical rate, unless the situation is a bit different. You just kind of need to get the damage off a lot more quicker and pop the rate a little bit. So, yeah. Boom. What was that? 2 mil. Alright, not bad. We'll take that. Not too shabby from our girl Maki. Alright, and then so now yeah, we can kind of have a little bit of a play around room now. So we did the ultimate, and the ultimate does give us that ult, so we can actually just kind of go back to doing the whole rotation again. So we'll do the first skill, and yeah, we'll go through matches. So first skill, go for it. Bum bum bum. Nice 400k. There's hey, look at that. Can't touch this. Is that passive? Alright. Drop that, drop that. So now we did that, we'll go straight into this. This should give us our ultimate, if I'm not mistaken. If I'm not mistaken, this should give it. Can we get it? Okay, I was looking for a stun there, that's fine. Hey, there it is. We got the ultimate, boys. We're back at it again. And because we've got the third skill in place, I mean, I could technically go straight. I mean, I could technically just go straight in for it. Because we've got that in place, I would then have to go back to the first skill, second skill, boom, boom. So it'll be boom, 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 and then boom, right? But we're just gonna drop the ult. Why not? We're just gonna drop the ult. Why not? Maki again. Bop, 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 bop. 1.3. Nice. Okay, and then drop that. There's no AoE going on. Now, one thing to take notice, which it just hit me. There's 3 enemies on the field, so we're at 17.5, whereas before we were at 30% taijutsu. So him spawning these 2 really did save him. So that 1.3 would have been a hell of a lot more because we would have been at 30% increase. Bear that in mind. Okay, so that's kind of annoying. God damn it! It only just hit me. I'm like, hold on a minute. He done played it right. He done played it right. Oh god. All right, I've paired her up with Gojo. Might as well maximize some damage output. See what we can do, of course. Now, yeah, to be fair, boys, I think the green Maki is still holding it down. I feel like this blue Maki, if I'm being completely honest, not all hope is lost. She's definitely second. In terms of where all the Makis that we have in the game right now, including the SR version, by the way, and obviously with the updated SP potential for the red Maki, of course, Maki characters aren't that bad. Again, the green one most definitely is #1. Hands down, without a shadow of a doubt. This blue one, I would say, is second. I'm gonna give this blue Maki that second place medal. That's where I deem it fit. Alright, she's still good, but that green one is just, whoo, she on a whole nother level. She on a whole nother level in terms of that DPS pressure that she can apply, as well as the damage output. But the blue one itself is pretty nice to have. So definitely a sub DPS type character that I have, or I guess a filling spot outside of Sukuna, of course. So that's kind of where I'm at right now when it comes to these characters. So as per usual, while we're chasing with Gojo. Okay, Gojo, you're ruining the vibes. God damn it, bro. What are you doing? Ugh. God damn it, Gojo. You got one job. You got one job. All right. No, I'm not gonna waste it. Okay, so do we have the first skill still applied? Do I have to I've got to reapply it. Jesus Christ. Okay. All right. Hold on. Wait a minute, boys. Wait a minute. So we're gonna have to rechase the ultimate. I'm gonna have to keep an eye on Gojo's turns too. Okay. Do that. Do this. Actually, yeah, we can drop that. So we're gonna. I don't even need to ult. Wait, yeah, that's fine. Okay, ult that. Huh? Okay, that is just scam worthy. What is going on? Okay, that's fine. So buff. Do that. Do this. Go back to the first skill because I want to get that crit damage. Gojo should have enough turns left to still be here. Of course you do that. I always forget about this character. Oh my god. You are so annoying. Alright. Momo, can you do your thing? Let's do that. Okay, so now we did that. We have to go into this. And we have to go into the third skill. And then we can drop the ult. There we go. I was really hoping for the stun there, I'm not gonna lie, but it is what it is, I guess. the evasion. Oh, come on. Okay, that's fine. Maki didn't get affected by it. Nice. Okay, we'll do one last buff. Do another one of these. I'm gonna drop this now. Go into the final buff. Okay, let's do this. There we go. Would have maximized it a little bit more if I did it on the 7th turn, but it's fine. It's fine. Okay, cool. So that's what we need. So apply that, apply this, and that, ladies and gentlemen, is Gojo's support. So yeah, Gojo will elevate this damage output to a whole nother level. Oh, I was really hoping for Momo to pop it. Okay, that's fine. Bop. Damn, what was that 3 mil? I think that was 3. So that yeah, Gojo really does push the boundaries of like the DPS damage. Yeah, 3.8. This man's ultimate is bro. That infinite void is just something else. Let me tell you, boys, it is just something else. Christ on a bike. But yeah, decent damage, decent damage. This is probably gonna kill or whatever. So yeah, just a little bit of a play around room with this Maki in terms of applying the buffs themselves, but with everything that she applies, it's on for a long period of time, so that way you can actually maximize on utilizing at the most 2 buffs that she's got within her skill. So yeah, overall not a bad character. Overall she's not horrible, she's actually fairly decent, maybe S rank, low tier, S plus, some might say, some might look at her, of course. I'll give her the respect in that regard. Green Maki is the best Maki in my personal opinion, but following right behind her is this blue Maki. Yeah, not too bad. I wouldn't say this is chase worthy. Again, in an example for, I guess, free to play and I guess very low spenders, of course. Not a character that I would really concern yourself with unless you're a Maki fan. Then hey, all the best to you. So she's decent. This Maki is fairly okay, but it's nothing too crazy to go for. We all know how blue typings are, of course. It's just a nice little substitution if you want to switch up the pace a little bit, if you want to try something different, if you still want to utilize some good form of DPS for the blue typing and not just kind of resort to using Sukuna 24/7, then I mean, yeah, you got your options, and also you got to keep in mind we've got the full-on Taijutsu at play. Depending on the situation of the fight itself, we could maximize that in our advantage depending on what the enemy can do. Maybe they've got some form of notification towards Jujtsu, and so we can rely on this Maki, and thankfully, like I said, this Maki is fairly decent, so we got our coverage sorted by having a decent Taijutsu DPS. So I'm happy they didn't screw her over. I'm happy that they didn't absolutely dog walk her. Justice has been done to a decent new released Maki. But again, Green Maki, she's got a special place in my heart, boys. I'm telling you, Green Maki on global, if you're a Maki fanboy, that's the one you want to go for, and that Maki will be dropping on global soon. But yeah, Green Maki, that's what I'm putting out there. But blue Maki, 2nd place, congratulations, 2nd place.